It's that time of year. It's my birthday bash, yeah, and I got a little treat for you, or should I say for me, because it is my birthday. So yeah, we're actually going somewhere completely different, somewhere I've never been before, and I'm looking forward to it. And we are going to Farlows. Yeah, that's where we're going. Now, I'm driving down there on my own, and I'm also going to be meeting up at the gates, Vanslow from the Carp crew Screamers. Yeah, so looking forward to that. So stay along on the way, because there's going to be quite a few laughs. There's also going to be a little bit of that as well. Yeah, it's my birthday, so yeah, it's rude not to. And all going well, there should be the normal carpy acts along the way as well. We've made it! Yeah, I'm here. Well, as you can tell, I'm here. I'm a bit early. Could do with putting the handbrake on, actually. Thought I'd move in there. Go back a touch. Yeah, nearly opened the gate early then. Right, so the time is about 6:15. I know my clock's a bit fast on the clock on the car, and gates don't open till 7 because it's winter time. Yeah, so 7 till 6 the gates open. Bolt rear, and you can use maggots now, but I won't be using them things. Not because I don't like them, but I don't want all the roach and bream in my swim. Yep, so I'm going on the boilie only approach, and possibly under desperation, maybe some pellets as well. Yeah, got them all with me, but if I use them, I use them. If I don't, then I don't. So yeah, we're here, waiting on Vans now. Just found him. He's only about half hour away, sort of thing, so it's not far away at all. But I'm first at the gate. Yeah, can you believe that? Turning up at Farlows and you're first at the gate. But looking at the page over the last few days, has literally been putting on loads of spaces available. So I think it's like 60 swims, 70 swims, something like that. And there's only been like 3 and 4s taken, sort of thing. So there's not many anglers about. Because of the time of year, it's obviously cold, it's gloomy, and it's generally wet as well. But like I say, the main thing is watercraft, so that's what we're doing. We're going in, we'll go literally an hour, maybe 2 hours walking around, just literally looking for those crucial signs of fish activity. Now, it could be anything. It could be the fish boshing out of the water, obviously showing themselves that way, cruising along the top, which I doubt there will be, and also discoloration in water, where the water's all churned up, where you know for well there's obviously fish mooching around and stuff like that. So there's some of the things. If none of those take place, there's bird life to fall back on. Where there's birds, there's generally fish. Birds will always stay in the warmer part of the water, and obviously the fish will, they always tend to follow them. You know, I've always followed the birds, and it does work, as you well know if you watch my previous videos. So using the birds to your advantage is a good sign as well. It ain't gonna be a matter of case of literally, that peg looks nice, I'm fishing that one, I can get my car right behind it and all that lot. I'm loaded up with a barra. Yeah, so if we've got to walk whatever, then we're going to walk whatever. If we're going to be on a really tight swim because the fish are there, we're going to be on that really tight swim. Yeah, that is the plan. So it's pointless fishing in winter on a peg what just looks good, because you can get your gear on it, you know you're going to be comfortable and stuff like that, and then you could just be setting up for camping. Now, winter time, as you guys know, it is one of them. Yeah, it's not an easy water. Yeah, it is not an easy water. It is a weedy lake, but the weeds should have died down. But during winter time, you are fishing for one bite. We've had a good walk round and we chose on this one, 61. Right, I'm here fishing with Ian McMillan by the looks of things. It's Banslow. So all we're done, as you can see, it's absolute carnage at the minute. Yeah, absolute carnage. And guess what, guys? It ain't tipped over, so losing that suspension crap off the front definitely works. Yeah, fair enough, I've done it in 2 barras, but they were heavy barras, and the reason why is There's angling direct, and we're parked right behind there, so we've obviously had to come all the way down here. But it's a straight road, isn't it, really, to get here? So it wasn't bad at all to get here.
Apart from me, the M4 shot.
Right, so we're both fishing 61 double swim.
Scott's Corner.
Scott's Corner, as Vanslow says. He doesn't speak much. Once he's had a bit of pop or something, then he might speak a bit more. So we're not flipping a coin. We've already decided. Vanslow's never tried the right hand side, and he wants to do the right hand side. I'm happy with that. I've still got that little island over there to the left hand side of it, and then obviously the water on the left of that as well. Vanslow's got from the middle of the island, isn't it? Yeah. So we can basically go to the middle of the island. So if we want to put rods on top of rods, we go to the middle of the island, but obviously we're not going to do that anyway. And then it's obviously grab a dabble with this island and then whatever else in between. Now, are you still alright with this challenge?
Yeah.
Right.
I said I'll let you know after today.
So, the carp challenge, what obviously I set with the guy at work, might be a bit iffy because we've changed shifts and stuff like that. So try to get out on the bank together and stuff, it's going to be more awkward. Vanslow's happy to do the challenge as well, so I might end up running two. Yeah.
Yep.
So we're here together on this one, but because obviously the distance what we are between each other, it's not going to be easy fishing with each other, is it?
No.
So there's going to be times where I'm on my own, there's going to be times where Vans is on his own as well. Could be 10 journeys out, it might be a couple less. It all depends on how the year goes, working, etc. He's a busy man, just same as I am. Anyway, right. Do you want to snap the magic fingers to get all this lot set up?
Oh, yeah, alright, no worries.
So I can't click. We're up, we're set, and the rods are in. His magic fingers work. They don't work with gloves on, do they? Yeah? You try to click them with gloves on. Yeah, nothing got set. Right, we've got 6 rods out. You want to speak about yours?
Yeah, right, what have I got on? Going to Ireland, really. I'm for island fishing, aren't I?
Yeah.
I've got one in a little bit of open water, one's on a wafter, 2 flopper. That's about it, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Mine, I've got one on the island. I've got one in open water, which is really just a pub chuck, yeah, with a pop-up on. Because what I've noticed is silkweed, but it's pretty much uniform all over. Now we kind of predicted this anyway, didn't we? So I'm not bothered about that sitting on the actual weed anyway. So that's the reason why I can do a pub chuck on it. And the other rod, the left rod, is actually on the gravel bar. First cast we hit it, didn't I? You said roughly where it were, where the bird were, bang. It was on it straight away.
I fished this area a lot of times before, so.
So I've got one on a gravel bar to the left. It may have to get moved if someone else fishes that area. If they do, then fair play. Middle rod, like I say, is a lazy lob, just literally wherever it's gone. Well, the first one, it went beyond the island, didn't it? Well beyond it. So a bit too far out on that one. And then 15 wraps and 1 foot to this island. And the TF gear air bomb has been thrown.
What's the latest?
Yeah, absolute dog turd that, isn't it? So that's just doesn't work. Yeah, it took us a while to suss it all out and that lot. Sussed it out. First cast, bait literally halfway. Well, not even half there. Yeah, I was surprised it didn't land over here actually. So that's a waste of time. So normal spawn's gone on it. That's been perfectly fine. Now I did try it with a stick as I normally would, but the seagulls, yeah, rats, whatever you want to call them, as soon as I picked the stick up, it was off the deck, wasn't it, straight away, and I could only see one.
There's about 200 of them,
yeah. So putting it in with a stick is no go. So it was a matter of case of spawns. So there's 3 spawns in there. Since the 3 spawns have gone in, I've either had a liner or a mini take, and it's obviously not hooked it.
A bit more than a mini take, wasn't it, really? It was savage, really, wasn't it?
Savage, aggressive one, wasn't it? That sort of thing. Hanger's still in the same place. I'm leaving it for a bit before I go in for a recast, because it might have just pulled it into some weed or something.
Yeah, so they are very small spots, aren't they?
Yeah.
Especially like the ones I'm fishing as well, they're real tight.
Very tight. You got a bit of maggot on the go, haven't you?
Yeah, I never got a lot, I only got a pint, you know, just a pint, I didn't put no bait at all, really. 2 little mini spawns over each one. 2 boilies and some
So you're fishing with different baits, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm fishing with dynamite, tiger nut.
Yep.
up, some different size boilies, some oil and that, full treatment in it.
Mine.
I've got a few maggots on each
Oh, yeah,
spawn as well.
Maggots on as well, haven't you?
I've got a couple of them top, yeah. Fake maggots on them.
Mine, I've gone the boilie approach, as I generally do. I've got 2 on Nutter S, and then I've got 1 on the SLK. The SLK is actually the pop-up. I've got 2 wafters actually aimed to the one what was the like savage take. The one on the gravel bar has not had nothing apart from ducks hitting the line, or coots, should I say. I haven't seen a duck yet. I've seen tufties, but no ducks.
No, I ain't seen no ducks, no.
A few swans and geese,
isn't it? Especially around us.
Yeah, there's a lot of bird
It'd be a
life
good
there.
thing sometimes, but
As we got here, we did have a good walk round, didn't we? So we
did, yeah.
was here in pitch black, weren't we? Walking round it, still dark. By the time we got here, it only just started getting light, didn't it? By the time we got back
we
here.
were at, didn't we? Just we had a hell of a lot to go to, didn't we?
Yeah.
The fish we were at now, and if we wanted to move like the rods, we've got plenty of places to move them tomorrow, haven't we?
But we ain't seen no fish show at all, have we?
None ain't showing
No.
on the lake really, have they? The guy opposite
Regarding
the island I'm
watercraft,
fishing to, he had one, didn't he? He's fishing to one side and I'm fishing to the other. But apart from that, I think it's the only fish we got. But we're on the wind's beating us, isn't it?
The bit what we're on is, it's like fishing on an island sort of thing. So there's water there, there's water there, there's water there, and there's also water here. So obviously the wind at the moment, it's not bad, is it? But it's harsh.
No,
it's cold.
It's
cold
not like fierce wind, is it? But it's just enough to give
chill you off.
I don't think it'll be long before the winter suit's going on.
Oh no, that'll be later. Save it for later. Wind-wise, it's northeast today, southwesterly tomorrow. But the wind today is actually coming towards us from this way, and then it's going to be coming from this way.
Yeah, it sounds doing different things, but mind you, it didn't say it was going to
It's
be doing what it's doing now, is it?
3 days of different winds, so it's not. We're on a new wind every day. We're here till
Right,
Tuesday.
do you want to do birthday present? Shall we do it?
No.
Well, there's nothing major, but
Dad's army, what are you trying to
I
say?
think you said you was getting old, didn't you? Right.
Hey, you forgot something.
Oh.
The cheeky git, look at that.
We can't fish for 72 hours,
Oh.
can we, and not have a birthday cake?
Oh, you twat.
So we've got one of them as well. For later, so it's not much, but...
Right, we're going to be on that later.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully if we get
You
a
know-
beer piece.
We might treat the fish to some as well.
Yeah, well I don't think so.
No?
No, definitely.
Or should we give him the cheap stuff, what I brought?
Give them the cheap stuff and we drink that one.
You daft git. Thank you very much, mate.
Happy birthday.
Right, so left-hand rod. Let's have a look. It's not the first coot, it's a bit further than that. Let's have a look. It's about 3 behind it, so rough looking on the tip of my finger there. Now that may look like it's actually really close into the, obviously the other bank. Seeing is deceiving, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a long way.
Yeah, I'm roughly what, halfway?
I wouldn't even say halfway.
Yeah, and that's the gravel bar what's over there. Right, so that's that one. Middle rod, like I say, it was a lazy cast. So where that coot is there, that's where it is. When I casted it, I wasn't clipped up the first time round. I went much further than that. Yeah, I went quite, if anything, I was where those 2 swans are at the back of them. It went out, didn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit too far.
Yeah, and that was the pink lead. Now I know for what I was out of boundaries there, even though it was a nice donk. Yeah, stopped the line, felt it down, donk, pulled it back, clear. So where those 2 swans are, if you can get to that location from this bank, do so. Yeah, clear. Right, so my other rod is literally just in there, on the tip of my finger in there, aiming towards them. You was actually going to put one over here originally, weren't you? And then he
Yeah,
has
so
it.
with the water that I've got, I'm allowed to go to the right hand side of the island you're
Yeah.
fishing. But I chose not to because I've just gone this side.
So that's opened that island up for me. So the middle rod, if I want to put the middle rod over there and turn it into the right hand rod, then I can do so. But the one what has literally just gone, this right hand rod, is the one what's in there, and that was savage. Right, your turn then. I'll let you do
Okay.
the camera work. Actually, it's probably all going to be on.
Yeah, it's
now.
probably there. Right, so there's a snag just about here going right the way through. I'm fishing just in between the two. There's a little channel to come through the island there, but I'm one there. My second one is off right, brushed the branch as it went down on the corner of that island. And if you can see the spom in the tree there, I've got one right there. But I can come, like I've said, over to the other island here, but I haven't. I've left that bit clear for a moment. Well, we're here for 72 hours, so I've got plenty of time to change.
And we've got someone else off the Carp Cruise Screamers here.
Right, Jace.
How you doing, mate? You alright? Put it there. You better ride that. Turn it round. It'll show your work location.
Yeah. They're coming in the bed with you, mate.
Hey?
They're coming in the bed with you.
Oh, how you doing?
Yeah, good. You?
Just had a savage tape or liner or something.
Busy? Yeah, there's quite a few on there. To be honest with you, when we got in this morning, he was the first one in, there was 4 or 5 vans with males behind him in the beef. And then there's been a lot turn up, but all that lot was packed before we even got it. And all these around there behind here as well. One in the office. There's fellas over here, they've packed them in, there's more come in, there's more on the pads. There's quite a few on.
There's quite a few down that end.
There's a lot down that end as well. What time is it? It was coming, but it's not full. It's been here for 2 or 3 days, isn't it?
Probably longer,
Probably
actually.
long, yeah. Well, this morning, I was in the, over to Andy Direct, we didn't get some new reels, and I was in there about 40 quid cheaper, so I found them, you can't go about 3.
Right, so I want to put a bit more bait because I've moved that middle rod and I've put it to the right hand side of the island now. And the last time I put a bit of bait in with a spom, I had a savage take, so I just want one of these. But as soon as them seagulls see it, they'll be up in the air. So I've got to do a sneaky one, so I'm going to give it a try. Not easy loading them like this, is it? I hope they don't hear it. It's like hiding stuff from your missus. You know when you buy something and you try to get it through the house without seeing it? Well, that's what it's like. So let's see if I can get this on the island. They've gone wrong. They've gone wrong. I dipped it as well. They're out. Buggered that up. If it hit the first time, I would have been alright, wouldn't I? Hopefully that ain't gonna work. So it's back to that. You know, this big 61 has thought about spotters, hasn't it? The crack in the tree. I've got to stand back a bit here because I'm clipped up to the 15. But if I do that, I'm going to be right in the tree, so I need to hit it sharply.
More what?
Hey,
More what?
someone at the airport ready to pick it up.
Say that was on the money? Right, so the island from there, obviously my left hand rod is 15 wraps and a foot on the left. Obviously on the right, where I put the other rod, obviously the island's in a little bit closer, so I've got the counter played out, but without messing about with another clip, step back, it worked.
That wind, look, just before I left it was going that way.
Yeah.
Now it's turning and gone that way.
Because I farted.
Oh right, lovely. And the arse trumpet.
You've been doing all that talking for nothing.
Yeah, I've been doing all that talking for nothing. Right, so we'll try again. So, right, yeah. Vansalo went to bed. Now he's up because his alarm's not working with a receiver, so he's got to mess about with batteries and all that lot. But what I was trying, or should I say, what I was saying on the video, but did not record because it wasn't in record for whatever reason, like I ain't pressed the button or whatever it is. We'll start again. Right, so the beeps, the toots, everything what I've had, the runs, whatever you want to call them, have mainly come from that middle rod. Now the middle rod has had more weight going in. 1 second. So all that lot in there, bear in mind, I've kept it going in onto one rod only. Yeah, all that lot in there. There is roughly, in money's worth, about 55 quid's worth of bait. Now, bear in mind, it's either use it or lose it. Yeah, it either goes into the drink or it goes into the bin. Yeah, that is the score. Now, my approach is now, this bait is going in on one rod, and I said that to Vanslo before we even come here. I'm going to bait one rod heavy, which is this lot here, straight out the freezer. It's been glugged up, it's been oiled up and stuff like that while I've been here as well, so it's been boosted as well.
What's another £10 worth of batteries?
Huh?
What's another £10 worth of batteries? Be fair, they've been in there for about a year.
That's Delkins for you.
No, they've been in there for a good over a year, or a year, 8, well, anything for 11 months to about 13, 14 months.
What battery are you using? Duracell?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're using the good batteries, they're only lasting a year.
Yeah, just over a year.
I can't comment on mine, I've not had them here yet, so I can't. I've got Duracell in mine because the bunny runs faster.
Bearing in mind the cold weather don't do no good anyway, do it?
No, cold weather drains a bit more, but like I say, the bunny runs faster, so that's why I put Duracell in there. Anyway, back to this. So, what we're doing now, we are baiting one rod. We are baiting one rod, and we are baiting one rod heavy. If that rod goes, it goes. If it don't go, it's going in the bin anyway. So it doesn't make no odds to me. Yeah, I'd rather use it than lose it. So that is what I'm doing. I'm putting this bait in here. It is an absolutely awesome bait, but I can't get no more because it's the DNA, not a S. It smells absolutely phenomenal. I want to eat it, but I ain't. Well, if I get it in my mouth, because I've had a few drinks. Oh my god.
So not recording again?
Yeah, put one of these in your mouth.
No thanks. We've
What?
got a Dorito, we'll put that in there.
Seriously, put one of those in your mouth.
No, I'm fine, mate.
Just taste it.
No, I'm alright.
You think Bailey's is good? That's even better. I've got one in my mouth. Look.
I've got a free Dorito.
Got one in.
Oh.
Oh my god. This bait is better than an orgasm. It's better than sex. It's just literally oosh. bailiff come round, obviously having a chat to him, and he was saying about they do really like the bait in there, no matter what time of year, keep that bait going in. So that's the reason why we've both been swamming, so we've obviously been topping up the things, but I'm still keeping one rod heavy baited and then the other two not. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit rough from last night because we didn't do 1 bottle of Baileys, we didn't do 2 bottles. How many bottles was it? 4? Hanslow, was it 4 bottles we went through? 3 bottles of Baileys between us, like. So I'm feeling a little bit rough. But what I'm doing now, I'm going to tie up a rig, and I'm going to tie up the spinner D rig. So that's what I'm going to show you. I keep looking up there because I've got a leg coming down towards me. So it's the IQ2 D rig. That's what we're doing. And I have actually done something as well. If you're on Facebook, type in Cuts' Rigs, and there we go. So that's that set. So the IQ2 is one of them where people don't really like to tie the snail knots. Some people can't do the whippings and stuff, and to be fair, you might see me do it wrong a couple of times. It is a very fiddly knot to tie. It's the first knot, that's all it is. Once you've done the first one, other than that, it's very basic. It's just a knotless knot at the top. But to get the D right, like I say, it's fiddly. So what I want to do, I want to make a loop. So there we are. So there's my loop, and then my tag end, I'm going to poke that through my eye, the back of the eye, like so. That is it. Okay. Now this line here, I need to get out my way because I don't want to be whipping that. And then the loop, all I'm going to be doing is just going around a few turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the way I do it. And then I hold the wraps, let go of that loop, what was in my finger. Now I've got pull this tag end, what's coming through the eye. Once I've got that, I'm just going to hold it. A little bit wet on those wraps. And there you go. There we are. So that is now formed the D. I'm going to come out the eye. Once I'm out the eye, I'm going to wrap it around my finger, which ain't great because I'm covered in oil. See, okay, it's slipping. I'm going to just cinch it down a little bit more so it's tighter. There we are. So that is done. Trim the top end off what came out the eye. We don't require that anymore. Now go straighten it up. Pull it down to the designated area where I want it. You'll notice with this rig, it's on the finished setup, it's different to a standard D rig, and there's a reason for that, because the standard D rig on the IQ, what I personally notice, it just slides across your hand on the palm test. Now when it's in the water, obviously it's one of these things. It's like I said on the lead page, it is a myth, but it's also something what can give you confidence, and if it's working on your hand and it's giving you confidence there, that's going to give you more confidence obviously when you cast it in. Right, so we've got the micro swivel on there for the hook, for the bait. We're going to literally through the back of the eye now, get the D to roughly the size what we want, doesn't need to be massive. Five turn knotless knot. So that is the basic D now done. But this isn't going to be that. This is going to be called a boom instead. You can do it to any system. You can do it as a even say like a braid or something. Right, so let me look what I'm doing. Not that one. It's cold on the old fingers. The only downside with these spinner swivels, you can never get one out. You always end up pulling quite a few out to stick together. Right, so there's a spinner. I need the tiniest little bit of string tube. Now when you do this, it all goes down to the size of the hook. So I'm going with centimetres worth. And then what we do with that, we thread that on first. And this is where it's so easy where you stab yourself. Feed that over, go right over that D as well. And when you know you've got the right length, your eye's just going to literally poke out just a little bit. And once I've done that, I'm going to get the spinner, clip that in, pull this back down, and when I pull it back down, I want to be going to the wraps from that knotless knot. So just pull that back up again, because when you push the string tube on, it will undo the wraps a touch. There we are. So that is that. This rig will require steaming. If you try it with a lighter, you can sometimes get away with it, but majority of the times you're going to burn your link, what you don't want to do, so you've got to knacker what you do. So trim off your tag end. With the tag end itself, that can be just blob, but like I say, it needs steaming first. So other than that, it is just literally attach your quarter boom to that, and then you got a spinner D-rig. So that's what I'm going to show you in a moment by a picture. And it's phenomenal, it really is. Come in, Coops. What? No. Right, so that rig what I've just shown you there, you're just whipping it on now, aren't you, mate? Yeah, he's changing over onto one of them ones. And I thought I'd talk about the thing what I'm doing. It's like I say, it's on Facebook, it's Cuts' Rigs, yeah? It's not there designed to obviously make the money, yeah? It's not like that. It's giving the guys the opportunity. So and I did do a little video actually on there as well. Now, it's one of those where sometimes you might not be able to do it for whatever reason it is. Poor eyesight, shaky hands, you big fingers, Parkinson's disease, could be anything. You haven't got the knowledge or whatever the reason, yeah, or disadvantage, whatever you want to call it. That's the reason why I'm doing it. Not only that, ready tied rigs, as we all know, work just as much as what obviously a dumb rig does, yeah. When we went into the AD, we had a quick look at them. £3 for a rig, yeah, a very, very basic rig, already done. But they always put them with a swivel at the top, so they're not adaptable. So I'm making them how you guys want, whether it's with a loop on them, a swivel on them, whatever you want. That's how I'm doing it. like I say, it's not designed to be making money. I'll send you the quote over, obviously what I've got to buy. All the products I will be using Carp's Essentials products because it's what I use myself. Yeah, I've gone on to them, really impressed with them. Those parts what you got there, what do you personally reckon to them?
What's that?
That rig what I just made you. Yeah, happy with it? Yes, the hook links I'm using like quarter hook links, fox hook links at the moment, but I will be changing over onto their hook links as well. Now they're semi-stiff coated braid. I've not got it yet, but I will get it. It looks exactly the same as the quarter end trap. Yeah, so can't moan about it. The booms itself I'll be using £25. I can get the 35 as well, but I've got more faith in 25, and I've never had an issue with that, to be fair, guys. But I can obviously do whatever you want, so that's what it's there for. So if there's a particular rig what you wanted, pop us a message, yeah, pop us a message, and obviously see if we can sort you out. Like, that's what it's for, to just give you the opportunity. Like I say, it's not designed to make money out of it, it's designed to try and help your fishing. Like I've done with all the things in the past, it's designed to help you. It's not designed to make money, it's designed to help you, and I enjoy doing it. Right, there's a couple of updates. I'm freezing my tits off, but that's obviously from what we did last night. And there is another update, but I didn't want to record it because I didn't feel right, so I'm going to let Vanslow do the talking.
Oh, thanks. I found a new spot, then I opened out open water this morning.
Yep.
More into the deeper water, I suppose. Well, yeah, just on the edge of it. Put a bit of bait in. Had one. Got about 6 foot, lost it, pretty much. Snagged me, didn't it? That's what it done. Must have been the only snag. So I've been all day long leading them and ripping the lead all the way back, and I've not found nothing.
But there were a bigger issue, what we hadn't said on camera, what happened earlier on.
Oh yeah, someone's cracked off and I ain't left the line out.
Yeah.
But it's a good job I found a note, because if I did have a fish on, I was never going to get that.
Well, it was the line going right across. It would have worked like a rope going across the lake, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So from the island on our right hand side, middle of the island, right over to this tree over here, it was bowstring tight line, wasn't it? It was like someone set up a death rig sort of thing in the bank, wasn't it? You know, the foreigners do
the
it.
margin, wasn't it? Boat in
Yeah.
the trees, wasn't it?
To the lead, the line is dead tight, isn't it? Lead's obviously on it. You went round and got the bailiff, didn't you? And you had to get the rake out to obviously crack it out, sort of thing. Anyway, it broke it free, but like I say, it was like a tow rope going across the line. So where we were fishing, if anything would have happened, it would have been awkward to obviously get it past that line. And the left-hand rod, what was actually chucked over here, because this guy's gone now, Vanslow says try and get close to the island, and I'm like, I ain't gonna do that. And I've ended up about 3/4, which is, I don't know how far that is over there.
It's a good wage, isn't it?
It is a good cast, good talk.
It'll be 30 wraps over there, isn't it?
Right, so I've got a Carp act for you. Yeah, I always like to give you one at least. Well, here we are. So here's the Carp act. So you go on a peg. You can't get the. You want to put the net down, obviously, when you've landed one, etc. But you don't want the net to go racing in the water. What do you normally do? You normally get a bank stick or a bivvy peg. You push that in, don't you, to stop it going? Or you could even buy one of the singing, dancing, fancy things what hold your nets there in place. Right, I can't get no bivvy pegs in the ground where I am. I've got a wooden platform actually just on the end, haven't we? And then it's stone, but it's literally like concrete. So to do it, one of these. All that is, it's the screw in bivvy pegs for when you're fishing on like platforms and stuff like that. You don't need to worry about any of this. You know what your ring sits into. You just literally screw that in, put that through where your spreader block is. Can't get dragged in. Screwed in, not all the way down. water. And that's just jams it into place. And it can't go nowhere, as you can see. So it doesn't matter what that fish is going to do, it ain't going to pull it in. Pretty solid. Now, if you may be wondering what that little contraption is, it is the, as I said, it's the Avid bivy peg for platforms. You do get quite a few of them. They come in a little Avid pouch as well. It was just one of them things what's handy having in your bag for multiple things. One, for that. I'm not going to lie, I discovered it yesterday. Just stops obviously the fish swimming off with your net, etc. It jams it up while you obviously can get everything sorted, all your camera gear and all that sort of stuff. Right, so it's Monday, 24th of January, and it's 10 o'clock. We got up, obviously, breakfast, blah 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 blah. Where's all these swans come from? We ended up with, well, we started off with 2, and now we got 7. But we have got fewer, less smaller birds like the coots and stuff like that. And they're battling each other as well. So, angler wise, it's about the same, isn't it, really? Angler wise, it's about the same. A few's gone home, a few's come in instead. That's about the same. So, line pressure is roughly the same. During the night, nothing, yeah. So we haven't had nothing, either of us. I stayed up a little bit later than what I wanted to, because I was hanging over yesterday and I was feeling rough, and that's the reason why I'm on doing zilch. Those rods in, bit of bait on top, and just the basic things. And yeah, left the rods over there last night, and then all 3 went for a little bit. Hopefully a little toot now, which more than likely is ducks, and or shall I say the coots. But I do think some were liners as well, because there was no ripples coming from them ones, so I do think there was actually liners or something. Vanslow had something happen on the, which one's your blue one? Is that the right one? Yeah, it's the right one, isn't it? So something happened on that last night, where the hanger come up and dropped back down again. Same again, could be a coot or a liner. It's one of them. And we've only just seen the first sign of fish today. And what happened with that, Vanslow were reeling in and basically just spooked it. And it's well within our range as well. Me, I've actually put 2 tighter on the island, gone back to me all singing, dancing, yeah, the old faithful. Gone back to that instead of the stuff what I was using in France. Vanslow's having a full change, aren't you, mate? So he's changing his spots and that, but there's nothing wrong with the spots, because the spots are baited, so he can rest them and go back to them later if needs be. Other than that, there ain't no really updates, guys. So there's a birthday cake in there, that'll be coming out in a bit. So we've got to make some candles, I reckon. They feel alright.
Yeah, it's going to have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
It's going to probably be on a bit of siltweed, but I don't want fish over that, do you know what I mean? It's flat, isn't it?
Yeah, siltweed's flat.
And there's loads of naturals coming in it, so they're only feeding on it, aren't they?
Yeah. You can how it is at the minute with the siltweed. Yes, it's a place where you look for the spots on the spots, but all the rigs are landing anyway, aren't they? No matter where we chuck them, basically. Yeah, when you wind it back, obviously you're always going to get a bit of weed, but as long as you let it drop and then just sit there, you're all right.
Yeah, largely switched off all right.
Your blue one wasn't?
No, the red one.
Your red one?
That's why the angle was pulled up.
Well, I never heard that one go. No, if you had it turned off, that's your fault. We'll edit that bit out, shall we? Right, so there's a sit rep and there's a big sit rep. Right. Lake 1, what we was on, has not been producing fish over the whole entire complex. It doesn't mean that they're not there, they are there, but it's a matter of case. Where? Now, there's obviously people fishing to a left, fishing to a right, fishing straight across in the other bays as well. and still no fish come out. But Lake 2 has been producing fish. So we decided to have a walk round on Lake 1, obviously have a look, do your usual, and it's absolute dead as a dodo. Not only that, we was getting absolutely hammered with the bird life, and I mean absolutely hammered. All the coots diving down, picking rigs up, hitting the lines, hitting the rods, etc, etc. We was having a right palaver with it. So me and Vanslow, like I said, ooh, and now we're getting action. Yeah, so we decided to come on to Lake 2. Right, so the boys what have been on here, I don't know what's happened with these, but there has been fish actually going up onto the page. Now, is that true information? Is that come out within the weekend from now sort of thing? It's one of them things, obviously, we're not 100% sure. It could be like older pictures, obviously, going on fresh, just to keep the page looking good, and so on and so on and so on. But we decided to come onto Lake 2 anyway. Now, it's what I call a full-on like run sort of water, but there is big fish in here, apparently 30, 35, something like that. Yeah, so there is still big fish in here. Middle rod now. Now, there's not much to cast to. Yeah, there isn't. When you look at the lake itself, you have got features, but you're very, very limited in area. Now, Vanslow was saying you're allowed to go out 16 routes, but if we go out 16 routes, I'm going to be literally casting over other people's lines, and I don't know where those lines are, and I'm not going around and checking and stuff like that. I thought I'd be cruel to be kind sort of thing, and I'll just literally go in short range, yeah, underarm cast, and the left hand rod is literally 3 to 4 rod lengths out. The right hand rod, first beat what you word, it's same again, but it's actually in front of these margins, but that's actually going a little bit more right. Now, the anglers on the other side might be wanting to cast to the far margin, but they're well without boundary, they're well over 50% there. And then the middle rod is literally aiming towards them, same again, underarm cast, probably 5 rod lengths out. Tactic wise, same as what I generally do. There is a PVA bag on there, 5 boilers in each, and 5 pushed up boilers in each rod. That's geese behind me. They're nasty, I think. But the rods have only been in the water 10 minutes max, and there's more activity going on already. Bird life, what's on the lake, 1 coot there, 1 coot there. That is it. Right, so where we are then. So, rod 1, yeah, left rod, just here. Middle rod, here. Right rod, see the reeds? Here. Yeah, not far out at all, yeah. Lazy lob is beyond the joke. Right. It's a nice looking lake, yeah. So lovely scenery and all. Obviously we'll go around there as well. So it's not a big lake, yeah, it's far from it. But chance to get a bite is going to be better in here than what it is in the other lake. The other thing what we've been catering on regarding the other lake as well is obviously we got told to put bait in, and obviously we put bait in. Now he did turn around and say, I'm not telling you that because it's obviously feeding the fish and all this lot, I'm telling you that because obviously that's what works. Now as we were putting the bait in, yeah, things were happening on the rods, and then as Vanslow went to the toilet and come back, he's like, I think we should do a move. I got no problem with that at all. While he was away, I was watching my swim, and I could see oils coming up. Sorry about that. I could see oils coming up, I could see fizzing, and I'm like that, yeah, like that. And I was also watching his areas as well, and I could see bits on his as well. But the issue were we was getting hammered, and I mean hammered with the bird life. So it's like, let's move, yeah, let's do a move. Now there is a little bit more distance between the pegs. Obviously, we're not fishing a double peg. To be fair, we could easily double up on this swim here, actually, to be fair. There's room for it. But Banter's gone for the peg on the left, and obviously I've gone on this one, whatever number it is, I don't know. But it's comfortable fishing. Technically, bivvy, not even required, could just sleep underneath the stars. But it's up just in case, and it's one of them. It's one of them. It's nearer to the toilets as well. Yeah. Got a feeling on this lake. So the other lake, I won't say so much that I didn't have a feeling, but obviously smaller area, fewer places for them to go. It's a bit of a no-brainer, isn't it? And winter fishing, it's not always about hitting big lakes and sitting there and blanking your ass off for weeks on end. Yeah, obviously when you want to bend, you want to bend. And I've got to be fair, I do like to have a bend in my rod on my birthday. But coming to the location, I can now say that I've fished both lakes. I've enjoyed everything up to now, and still am doing. Yesterday was a bit rough because obviously I was on the Baileys and that lot the night before, and I was fishing. I was still doing things, but I wasn't proactive like I normally am, because obviously to be fair, I was suffering with an hangover. I don't take alcohol a lot, and I don't need a lot of it, and it hits me. And it did hit me. And yesterday, like I say, I was feeling rough, so I didn't really move much off that chair. I was just like a 90-year-old man sitting in the chair. I wasn't able to do much. I just wasn't feeling right. But today, feeling a hell of a lot better. Early up this morning, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whatever it was, cracking night's sleep. We did get a couple of disturbances last night, a couple of beeps and all this sort of thing. I woke up to mine, I also woke up to Van's. Rigs wasn't actually touched though, so it could have been liners, could have been obviously the birds obviously diving down, whacking the baits, and then obviously doing that. But it's one of them places in the other lake. Yes, it is siltweed all over, but every time we got a little tiny nudge, then the hook was masked over. So it was a matter of case, when you get a beep, you need to worry about bringing it back in. Even though the spots what we was on was clear, it only takes a few inches and then that's it, it'll mask it over. So I can't comment on this lake yet because I've not even brought anything in. They've just literally gone out. We'll see what it's like. The lake has been dyed, so the weed, it should be virtually gone. It looks nice, yeah, lovely colour water, that like bluey green tinge to it. It looks nice, yeah, can't fault that. So we'll see what happens for either one of us, yeah. And what we're going to do, we're going to meet up in the middle, and then obviously we're going to do a like normal chats, coffees and all that sort of stuff, obviously in the middle, and then we can just, it's not even a stone's throw away from the rods, yeah, not even a stone's throw, so it's not like we're leaving the pegs, if you know what I'm saying. So I can't moan at that. We got cake. Come on, lads, you got to get in it.
Yeah, we're in it, mate.
It's absolute top notch as well. Yeah.
You told everyone we've moved?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Can't eat, well, I can eat all that myself, but not good. Nice. Oh, it's moist.
Well, we're going to be up to late tonight anyway, aren't we? Make the last bit, so we'll land a bit later on.
All my 3 rods have been dancing already.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Until I got wiped out with that blue swans. Hence why I've had to do what I've had to do.
Well,
got one more.
we were out when we were one last night. See how we get on. Any drops tonight, man, Joe? One minute. Are we? Are you going to make any tonight? No. Yeah, probably will. We'll be on that.
Yeah.
We've been all night tonight, haven't we? Oh, but you've got to up late tonight. Try and get one out, yeah. About 12 or 1 o'clock, yeah.
It's not, it's like I'm saying to Vans, when we come on it, it's not a lot of water. The fish, in my opinion, could be there. I think they're going to be everywhere. I don't think they're going to be shouldered up. If they're going to be shouldered up, you'd see them.
I'd say more of yourself are going to be up there this right hand side of this lake.
Yeah, they're going to be down that side.
Because when this man goes, you can cast out.
I've had about that swim then.
Yeah,
He's
the
off
grab
now,
was
innit?
up, I've had a few out of the float. What's your one out here? He went to the garage. It's been a bit of a change around today, hasn't it?
Yeah, we haven't really done no filming, but simply we've been having the move and stuff like that. And it didn't take us long to get round here, to be fair, did it? But we've just obviously been having a good old chinwag and whatnot. Good old chat. And I've got a bit gnawish because I've not eaten since breakfast. I try and get Fanslow to eat some food, but he's refusing.
Yeah, but I had food later than you, didn't I?
Yeah, well, actually, to be all fair, give you credit, you went like a bloody, like you was on worms last night. Didn't you?
Yeah, I showed you yesterday.
Yeah, you couldn't stop eating yesterday, could
I
you?
don't know what come over me. Couldn't stop, could I?
No. It literally, it
Well,
worked
right
non-stop
away
for
to about 10:30 last night, wasn't it? I was still cooking up.
and I think it was later than that as well, actually.
You don't think it was, yeah? Because you end up waking up.
You're like, I feel peckish. I'm like,
Yeah, but
"Shut
see,
up."
you know what it is? Most of my problem is I get bored or I see someone else eating, I just think, oh, I'll eat.
Yeah.
But I made myself feel sick after a while, don't I?
Yeah. And to be all fair, guys, I'm the same. I do like my food, don't get me wrong, like the rest of us do. But sometimes you have a big pig out one day and then the next day you don't eat it, do you?
But we've had a lot going on, haven't we? We got up this morning, what was it, 7 o'clock?
Oh, we had a good move around on the rods. And
We got up at 7. Nothing was happening else swim at all, was it?
Yeah.
Even the bird life died down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I went to the toilet, come back, and I
went as well.
seen a fish. Because what it is, it goes in a bit of a Z or a 2 shape, like one, doesn't it?
You were winding in, weren't you? And you caught a fish.
Yeah, I was
No,
winding
I don't
in.
mean caught a fish
I
as in by its legs.
spooked the fish, and I winded in, and I went to the toilet, and I come back, and it goes in a bit of a 2 or an Z shape, doesn't it?
Yeah, but as far as we know.
And all the anglers was up the other end, and
Yeah.
I went to the toilet, come back, and I still a bit of movement down at the bottom, the shallow end.
So we had a good
And I
walk around
come
the
back
lake,
and I said, didn't I? I said, look, I think we need to move for the
Yeah.
last night. So we went for a bit of mooch, didn't we?
Well, it's been quiet, hasn't it?
Still didn't see nothing, went for a mooch, didn't we?
Yeah.
So the only thing we had to go by
Was the information
was
from
yesterday,
this
2
lake.
fish come out of Lake 2.
And the guy in the corner.
Which Lake
opposite
2
me,
still got
that
fish
one.
up to near enough £39.
Is it 39?
So we went walking round Lake 1, couldn't see nothing to make us move.
Just more bird life.
Yeah.
That made us want us to move.
But
because we were
I think
getting.
after 48 hours not seeing nothing, well, apart from me losing that fish yesterday, to make us want to have a move today, wouldn't it? So I said, look, I think
Right.
instead of moving down the bottom of the shallow lake, we'll have a night on Lake 2, through going by a certain person had 2 fish yesterday,
Yeah,
wasn't
but not only that, it's easier for us as well because now at the cast.
it? Yeah, no, we can get the cars right to the back of the swim. So anyway, we moved on to Lake 2, didn't we? Knowing that 2 fish met yesterday.
Yeah.
I went to the office and spoke to a bailiff. He told me about, he told me 3 spots to go to. In the meanwhile, me doing that, you already underarmed yours out.
Yeah,
You was having bleep straight away.
Yeah, seriously, guys.
I come back and I marked my rods up, put them out exactly where the bailiff told me.
Yeah.
Even though it's all clear silt bottom, he told me about the spots. I hit the little gravel bits, even though they wasn't that big. Couple of dustbin lids or whatever. I hit those, and then
It's quite
after 20 minutes, what happened?
A fish shows over your.
2.
Yeah.
Ain't seen no fish
Yeah.
for 48
Both
hours.
over your spot.
2 fish, head and shoulders over
It is funny though.
the middle
isn't it?
rod.
What made me laugh? You went to the toilet or to obviously bailiff and whatnot.
I went to have a shower, didn't I? And change of
He
clothes.
came back and he's like, "Are you set up already?" I'm like, "Yeah." I had my rods in the water, my bivvy up, my bed up, everything's up, isn't it? And he's like, "You're not set up already?" I was like, "I am."
Yeah, no, you was.
Yeah, I was set
You was
up.
rods in,
Yeah.
and mesh bagged up as well.
All done. But
All I done was I ran my
can't
rods
lie.
round, even though when I redone my rods this morning, I was only in Lake 1 for about an hour, wasn't I?
Yeah.
So what I done was I reeled them in, hooked them up, walked straight round here, got set up, and I cast the same hook baits, everything back in.
Well, I can't lie because some of the anglers what was across from me. Oh, hang on. obviously I didn't know where their rigs were, yeah, and I didn't know what the boundaries were until I looked. So I thought, one under on there, one under on there, one under on there. It was literally like 2 rod lengths, 3 rod lengths, 4 rod lengths.
Yeah, one of the anglers got a bit upset at me, didn't they?
Well, yeah, but you were casting.
But they couldn't do nothing about it, so I went to the bailiff, asked him where I need to be, where my swim boundaries were. He told me. I put the rods out. The guy across the bank was going on a bit, wasn't he? So I had to walk round to him and said, look, that's where my swim is.
Yeah, you went and had a chat. I wondered where you were going. When you said I'm going for a walk.
Well, no, I'm not one of the people to take the piss, do you know what I mean? But listen, we're all here to catch a fish. But
you was in yours
when a bailiff's telling me where I need to cast to, and how many wraps and whatever, and then the person on the other side of the lake is telling me
with that bailiff,
I've been baiting it for 2 days. Well, I can't. There's not much I can do about it, is there?
Right, look at that, mate. That is man's food, that.
Yeah, I'm just ain't hungry. I've ate like a pig for the last 2 days.
That is man's food. That is.
He was cooking up his food, and I ended up giving him another 4 slices of bacon.
Which is in there, nicely cooked, look. Yeah.
He's ate 2 big slices of cake today.
Yeah.
His birthday cake, what I got him.
It's in the car. I had to put it in the car because the geese were trying to get to it. Because it's that good.
Yeah, but you ate a slice a bit as big as that.
Yeah.
And another one.
So
you've done near enough half a cake.
No, it's not that much. Right, I've got to turn that off. Right.
Morning. Right, it's my birthday. I'm 40. Yeah, I know I look older, but it is what it is, isn't it? Anyway, yeah. Right, so we're on the final few hours now. Nothing from last night. I had a couple of toots on the middle rod. Possibly a liner. I've not seen or heard anything. Just the one fish out last night, as far as I'm aware, from the guy in the corner. Other than that, I think that is it. Don't know about Banj yet. He's still tucked up in bed. I'm not disturbing him. Yeah, when he wakes up, sort of thing. But we've got a few hours left, and we're leaving here for 10:30, and it's 7:30 at the minute. So obviously we've still got a few hours to play with. So it's packed down again, and then obviously into the car this time and away we go, sort of thing. But it's been a very enjoyable session. Yeah, I've come to a place what's been on my bucket list for a long time. Fish is bonus, as I've always said. Yeah, it's not happened on as of yet. Yeah, it's still got time, don't get me wrong, still got time. If it doesn't happen, am I annoyed? No. Yeah, it's angling. Yeah, you can't expect to catch fish over and over and over again. It's always nice, yeah, and it would have been nice, don't get me wrong, but it's one of them things. Yeah, don't come to a fishery expecting fish every single time. That is not fishing. Yeah, carp fishing doesn't go like that. You could have your blanking spells. You could be like 10 or 20 blanks down the line, and then when something happens, you're gonna be like, whoa, it's like it's on fire, sort of thing. So this is now twice I've been out, and this is my second blank. Yeah, it's not normally like me, this, is it? Yeah, you know that. It's not normally like me, but it is what it is. Could I have done more? Possibly not. Yeah, you can see it's cold. Yeah, it is cold. Yeah, last night was cold, and I said to Vance, I said, I need to go and get out, mate. I'm absolutely shattered. He's like, yeah, all right, no worries. So I went and got in bed at 8, and got up for 9, and it was getting misty and that lot, and it was like cold. Yeah, started to get it. I've got the winter gear in the car, but I'm not rooting through to go and get it, sort of thing. So we got back in bed. I had a feeling last night. Yeah, I even set 2 nets up again. Yeah, one on the right, one on the left, just in case. But I've got one negative about it. Yeah, I've got one negative about this place. It is not down to the fishery. Yeah, it is completely out of their control. Right, there is things it could possibly do, but it wouldn't be a lake if there's no bird life. Yeah, you're always going to get bird life, but these birds, swans, geese, coots. The coots, I've never seen anything like them. They're massive. Yeah, they're not like normal coots what we get up
obviously stayed like the Midlands from where I am, sort of thing. It's not quite Midlands like, but halfway up the map. These coots are, it's like they're on steroids or something. But the thing is, with all the birds, they're just dopey. Yeah, and I mean full on dopey. The swans, where I'm from, yeah, fair enough, they can hit your lines, but normally what they do, they come up to your rods, they duck down, they go underneath them. If they see your line, they'll touch it, they'll not even make a beep, yeah, they'll not make them beep, and then they'll swim around them. These things here, nope, I'm going to piss him off, I'll go right through him, and I'm going to make him get out of bed, or run to his rods, because that's what they do. Now, if they don't hit the lines, they hit the rods. Now, I've done it a few different ways here. I've had my rod tips I've also had my rod tips in the water, and they still do it. Yeah, they still do it. They don't give a hoot. It's like, I don't care, I'm doing it anyway. And that's young and older swans, yeah. It's not just the young cygnets, obviously what's got the brown on them. There's one going past there, but it's a little bit further out. I've had the bat lead, yeah, it's that bad. I've had the bat lead. But there's one down here, and it's hit my lefty already. Yeah, they've woke up now. They're starting to move about. The other birds move about. The cormorants, them things, when they're going through the water, it's all uncontrollable. All the birds are uncontrollable. You can't do much about it. But you, bat-leaded or not bat-leaded, they're gonna hit your line. Yeah. So a lot of the beeps and that what we had on the other lake, as was say, we was getting pestered with other birds. That's where it were. Yeah, they was literally banging us hard. Now the peg what I'm on, before the night time come, I had no option but to get my rod tips in the water. But the thing is, with my rods, they was like that, yeah, facing downwards. If I got any aggressive takes on the middle or left hand rod, that would have lifted the rod tip up and it would have been well off the alarm. I even had to put the rod lockers on just to try and secure it a little bit more. Rare I use them, but they're there for that need if I need to do it. And obviously last night I needed to do it. I think Banslow's up. I've just heard a little bit of movement. Yeah, he's up. But yeah, like I say, it's quiet. The lake itself is flat, calm. It is chilly. We've still got a few hours. Yeah, still got a few hours to play with. But meeting that guy, yeah, it's been a long time overdue. Yeah, 4 years, 5 years, whatever it is, and we've done it now, and it's gonna continue. Yeah, there is a big distance thing between us, but it will continue. So he's a great lad, and through winter, yeah, I mean a lot of people do it for the summer, but through winter, having the extra company, it just makes it that little bit nicer, if you know what I mean. So it's been absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, is the word really, I'd say. We've had a good chat, we've had a good laugh, talk about the past, talk about the present, as you do. Yeah, so can't ask for anything more. And he tracked me and he looked after me well, he really has. Yeah. Just brought the last rod in, middle rod. Oh dear. That's better, that's how it should look. Yes. It's been misty, it's been cold. It's not been raining, fortunately.
No, that's one good thing. It has been dry today.
It's been dry.
It's just been
But
hard,
the water is cold, isn't it?
The water's freezing.
The water is ice cold. You put your hands in there and you don't want to put your hands back in if you're not. Even washing them out.
Well, when we moved on here yesterday, the first fish we seen showed 72 hours.
Yeah, one fish. And one did come out in the corner over there, across from me to my right. One did come out while we was
the first fish went out over the full complex in 3 days.
That's all we've seen. I mean, there has been fish coming out on this lake, hasn't there? While we was on the over there.
Been 3 years since we've been here and they come out this lake. Yeah. But on the main lake, nothing's been out. It's just one of the things, isn't it? It's just the time of the year, isn't it? But listen, we've been out, we've tried.
We've done a
missed bit,
lot.
have we?
We've done different tactics.
We've moved. What can you want us? We
You've
can't do
been
much more, can we?
mega tight up to the fins, marking out like madness. So it's been on the spots. You found all the spots. I'll be honest with you, I've been quite lazy. I've been just like pub chucking them there because the way the weed were in the other lake, it was pretty silty. But I was on the clear spots as well. But we've basically done the same sort of thing. You pulled into a fish, didn't you? You did hook into one.
Yep.
So
Probably the only chance all weekend, and it snagged us up. So
it's one of them.
but that's fishing, isn't it?
Can't be prevented.
It's a shame forward. Not a lot of time to fish with for the blog as well, but
It's just the way it goes.
yeah.
So what we're going to do now then, guys, we're going to sign off and see you on the next one. Yeah?
See you later.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for having us.